You're on your way to school in the morning, you're driving to work, you're taking the bus to work, you're walking to work, you're walking to school, you're in the gym, you got 20 more minutes on the treadmill. What kind of stuff do you do to kind of pass by the time? You know, you're driving, you get stuck in traffic, you get into those last 5 minutes on elliptical, but your legs, they're getting kind of sore. You need something to stimulate your mind and kind of pass by the time. And that's the reasons we have podcasts. You can listen to a podcast about anything, cooking. Pretty sure Martha Stewart has something like that. But you know the kind of podcasts I really like listening to, something that kind of eases my day, something that I already know about, but I can listen to, like, oh yeah, that's cool, yeah, I like that. Professional wrestling. Yeah, you get your Chris Jericho's and your Colt Cabanas and your Steven Larsons, that's the YouTube guys. Edge and Steve Austin and Jim Ross and all these other people, they don't matter. There's a certain podcast you guys should be listening to, and it's called Big Gold Belts. But I have joined Big Gold Podcast for a certain little excursion. So in the world of professional wrestling right now, there's this big women's revolution. Women are main eventing shows, they're winning championships, they're doing all big things in pro wrestling. There's been the Mae Young Classic, there's been Stardom tournaments, there's been all these type of women wrestling tournaments. Well, there's another one coming up this weekend, and it's called the Making Towns Classic. It's a 16-woman independent wrestling tournament featuring some of the best women in independent wrestling right now. Some you may know, some you may not. But after the event, you'll definitely know who they are. And it's gonna be happening in Nashville, Tennessee. Man, I have never been to Tennessee before, but I will be in Nashville, Tennessee with Big Gold Belt Podcast, and we'll be covering the Making Towns Classic Independent Wrestling Tournament. And I know what you're probably thinking, like, who is Big Gold Belt Podcast? Let me tell you, it's the #1 wrestling podcast in all of the DMV. I will have all the links of the channel, the Instagram, the Twitter, all in my description right down there. Just click it real quick. It won't take you any more than like 0.2 seconds. But more about the Making Towns Classic Independent Wrestling Women's Tournament, Women's Independent Wrestling. Words. That's 2 events in one day on May 12th, which is Saturday. So if you live in Tennessee, I don't know what part you're from. If you're from Knoxville, how far is that? 3-ish hours? I don't really know. I've never been to Tennessee. 3 hours ain't nothing but some gas and a drive. So just do it. I know exactly what you're thinking. Shh, I got this. Malcolm, why are you going to Tennessee just to watch Independent Wrestling Women's Tournament? Because myself and Big Gold Belt Podcast will be covering the entire event in the form of podcasts and interviews that will be on this channel. And of course, your boy's a YouTuber, so we gonna vlog everything. That way we can see another monumental moment in women's wrestling history, where 16 of the best women on the independent wrestling scene are going to be competing in this tournament. But who is competing in this tournament? I know I haven't said a name yet. First, we have Jordynne Grace, a talent of such caliber. I've said it multiple times on this channel that one day you're going to see her on a promotion that kind of runs shows on a Monday and Tuesday, probably around 8 p.m. USA Network. Whatever that's called. She's very strong, very athletic, and very good at the graps. And also I met her, she's quite nice. Then we have Savannah Stone, Impact Wrestling knockout Su Yung, Hudson Envy. I know you guys have seen her compete on Ring of Honor before. Veda Scott, Aja Pereira. I'm not too familiar with her, but I'm going to the Making Towns Classic, so then I will be. We also have Isla Dawn. If you have Instagram, she might be the lady friend of one NXT champion Aleister Black. So have the likes of Samantha Heights, Angelia Lane, Alley Cat, nice whiskers, makeup, stuff on your face. I like it. I know for a fact if you guys live on the East Coast, you have definitely seen her compete at least one time before. One lovely lady known as Faye Jackson. We also have Penelope Ford. I know you're probably thinking, like, I've seen her somewhere. 1, she wrestles. Duh. And 2, you may also see her with 1 bad boy, Joey Janela. We also have one of the most talented women's wrestlers on the planet right now, Kylie Ray, who's won the ROW Diamonds Championship 3 times and has defeated the likes of Tessa Blanchard. And also she likes Pokemon.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Kane Luck, Priscilla Kelly, and Harlow O'Hara. I might be pronouncing some of those names wrong, but it might be because I'm not that familiar with them. But I will be familiar with them soon because I'm going to the Making Towns Classic. Now, 2 women did have to pull out the event, so you don't know who might take their spots. It could be someone you know, someone you don't know, but you will know who they are because you're going to the Making Towns Classic, right? Right? Duh. So that's mainly the whole video that I really want to talk about, mainly advertising the fact that I will be going to Nashville, Tennessee with Big Gold Podcast, covering the entire Making Towns Classic event. And the night before, I'll be at Nova Pro Wrestling on Friday, where after event we are leaving that night. I'm basically a wrestler now, straight down to Nashville for this event. And on this channel, you have some backstage, exclusive content of what it's like to be on the road with wrestlers, because some of the wrestlers are actually traveling with us. And because we're going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of stuff I can do that relates to wrestling. I'll leave the link for Making Towns Classic and all that kind of stuff if you are interested in going. And if you don't live close enough to Tennessee to go watch it, watch the channel because I got more stuff coming. Or fly, drive, walk, Uber, do it. Come to Nashville. But thank you guys for watching the video. If you really enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, share, always subscribe, and we outie.